We'll do a roll call. Myself present, Commissioner Mills,
Present.
Commissioner Sullivan,
Yes.
and Commissioner Rodriguez is not present. He's absent. And we have one vacancy. Chief?
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. This evening, in addition to the normal agenda, I'd request that we could move into executive session at the end of the agenda to discuss personnel matters and to conduct a probationary interview of one of our current members. Getting into the agenda, I did forward the commission the minutes from the August Police Commission meeting for your review. Would you like to discuss them, review them? Being no discussion, could I have a motion to accept them as written? I have a motion by Commissioner Mills, second by Commissioner Sullivan. All in favor?
Aye.
Appreciate that. I also did forward the commission the statistics from August of 2024. Looking at the statistics, I'll just give some overview and we can discuss them if you would like in more detail. For the month of August, the department handled 2,678 calls for service, which was a slight decrease over the month of July. In July, we handled 2,848 calls. Out of those calls, 37 were classified as Part 1 crimes, and out of those 37 Part 1 crimes, 7 were categorized as violent, 30 as property. Out of the 30 property crimes, 29 were larceny related. Once again, we're seeing larceny still driving our Part 1 crimes. That was a slight decrease also. The 37 in the month of August was a decrease from July, in which we had 59 Part 1 crimes. For the month of August, Part 2 crimes, we investigated 164 in comparison to 181 Part 2 crimes in the month of July. Arrests in the month of August, the department made 275 arrests, slight decrease over the month of August we made 275 arrests, slight decrease in comparison to July. There's 295 arrests in July. Traffic tickets for the month of August, 542 were issued, a slight increase in comparison to July, 470. Parking tickets for the month of August, 358 were issued in comparison to 360 in the month of July, pretty similar. Uses of force for the month of July, 6 incidents resulted in some form of force, which equates to 2.2% of total arrests. And for the month of August, the department investigated 1 call involving shots fired, which was determined and found to be unfounded, and that was on August 18th in the area of Southgate Road. Would the commission like to discuss the stats in more detail?
Any questions? None.
All right, moving forward, staffing. As we sit here today, I have 1 vacancy in our current staffing. Currently with our new hires, I have 74 sworn personnel, budgeted this year for 75. Out of the 74 that I currently have on the rolls, 1 is deployed on military leave. We did communicate with him last week. As of right now, he's due to return in December of this year. I have 1 that is out on injury still from an injury that occurred earlier this year, a line of duty injury. I have 2 currently in field training, 1 of which should be completing field training hopefully the end of this month, early October. The other just graduated less than a month ago, so he'll be in field training for some time still. I have 2 in the police academy, which just started on September 9th. I'm also conducting a background investigation on a possible police officer candidate. He is a certified police officer, so if he is selected through the commission interview process, he would end up not having to go back to the police academy.
Is he a transfer or is he?
He will transfer, he's coming off our list. He would come off our list.
We wouldn't be responsible, but he's not currently working in another
Nope,
department?
he is currently working, yep.
Would it be subject to the 3-year payback?
So in our conversation, they say no, but before we get to that point, we'll have that confirmed. It is someone that we interviewed in the past as well.
Okay.
Police officer candidate Andre Marion, who we interviewed at the last commission meeting, presented him with a conditional employment offer. He actually withdrew from the process. He had a little issue going through the post-interview requirements, and then decided that it wasn't for him. I spoke with him earlier this week, and he told me that after some thought, he felt like it wasn't in his best interest to pursue this career. We thought he was a good candidate. I had some people reach out to me advising me what a good person he was or what a good addition to the department he would be. So I wish him the best in whatever he chooses to do. Police officer candidate Joel Diaz, who was interviewed the last time, he did start the academy on September 9th. He actually started with the department on September 3rd after passing both the medical and psychological evaluations as required. So him and police officer candidate Jeffrey Rivera, they both started the academy on September 9th together. Since our last meeting, I don't even know how to describe it, but last meeting I gave kudos to one of our police officers for the outstanding proactive work he was doing on a regular basis, and a few days after our meeting, he came to me to advise me that he is moving on. He's going to another police department. He started the process about March of this year, and in my conversation, we had a pretty in-depth conversation as to why, and he felt that the other department would offer him more opportunities for advancement and things that he felt were important to him. Not one time during the conversation did it come up about finances. It was all about things that that department offered that he felt were more important for him. So he's still with us right now. He still comes to work, still works. He doesn't have his start date for the other department yet, but I wish him well. It's going to be a shame to lose him, but I definitely wish him well. He'll be an asset there. I did speak with the Civil Service Department and did request to have a police officer exam in 2025. So Mr. Massey is making that request, and typically they're in September of each year. And I also spoke with Mr. Massey in the Civil Service Department to request a canvass of the next group of eligible candidates on the bilingual exam, as well as to schedule that group of eligible candidates for physical agility sometime this fall, so that we could continue filling the vacancies. That's all I have in staffing. Any discussion, thoughts, concerns?
None.
Training for the month of August, a little less than we've seen in other months just due to vacations and staffing needs. So for the month of August, the department participated in FBI crime scene photography course, criminal debriefing course. We sent instructors to the police academy for reality-based training instruction. We've sent people for the EMT refresher course. We sent people to juvenile and SRO training with the district attorney's office. And that is it for that month in training. For the month of August, community events, we participated in the Back to School Community Barbecue, which was a collaboration event with the City of Middletown, the Police Department, Parks and Rec, Fire Department, the school district, and some local businesses. This was our 4th year. Each year has grown a little bit. Great event. We get a lot of support. Several thousand people came out. And I really have to thank the school district for being a good partner in this. Everybody's a good partner, but the school district stepped in with a lot of resources that have really made it a special event and helped lighten the load for the police department. Night Out Against Crime was scheduled for August 6th. Due to weather, we canceled it with a postponement date. Our postponement date is September 28th at Davidge Park. We are scheduled for 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And due to the change in time of year, we're making it a little bit more fall themed. So hopefully the weather cooperates with us and we could have that event on September 28th, 2 to 5, Davidge Park. So I did send the commission some internal investigations as well as some policy changes. However, in speaking, I realized that there's not all the commissioners are able to view these due to a technical glitch, so we're going to work that out. So I'd ask that we table those till next meeting. And then I will work on getting the glitch taken care of so that we can work through that. That is all I have on my agenda this evening. I can give a brief overview of an incident that occurred yesterday. Basically, I could only provide what's been put out to the media thus far in regards to a shooting that we investigated last night on the intersection of Lake Avenue and Walkill Avenue. It's an active investigation. Prior to this meeting, I met with my staff to make sure we're up to speed and up to date. They're still working their angles, working a lot of video, witnesses following up. People are coming back home from work now, so they're going to be out in the community this evening, re-interviewing some folks and seeing what we could get. 2 people sustained gunshot wounds. Neither are life-threatening, thank goodness. They are not willing to cooperate. In fact, one of them today told us that that's our job to do, is to figure out who did this. So we will continue to do our job and do our best to try to bring this to a conclusion. The men and women did an outstanding job last night, and I have no doubt they're going to continue to work this incident until we come to a conclusion. And other than that, I have nothing unless the commission has anything they would like to discuss with me.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Are we involved in the town of Wallkill's Burger King stabbing, or is that strictly them?
Nope, we sent officers when the call first came in that evening. We sent officers to the proximity of it. Our officers helped with first aid and just maintaining the scene until the town of Wallkill took it over. But as far as criminality and whatnot, that is their investigation. We just helped with the initial incident, which is common if it's especially close to the city line, and vice versa. They do the same for us. Like last night, they came and helped us with our incident. I'll come out and get you in a few moments.
Great.
Anything else, commissioners, mayor?
No, any members in the public that would like to speak? Okay.
So being nothing further this evening, I would request the commission a motion to move into executive session for the purpose of discussing some personnel matters and to conduct a 18-month probationary interview. I have a motion by Commissioner Mills. Do I have a second? Commissioner Sullivan? All in favor?
Aye.
Please be advised this ends.
Be moving into executive session at 4:43 for personnel matters.
Please be advised this ends the public portion of today's meeting. Thank you.